Get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off Byron Jones. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jim Brown with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Next to score, Steelers 21, Packers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jim Brown doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me.
Rush coming, and he he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Topper!
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check pass.
They'll run on 1st down. Brown. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Double tight. Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it here with Brown. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
32 on the carry. That's where you belong. Shaquille Griffin on.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Fight! 280!
Watch tight end.
Hey, hey! 19.
3 down.
280!
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They go play action. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Devin White coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very low. Now Mayfield. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Steelers nothing. Gonzalez set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw, Mayfield. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now, it's Brown, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jim Brown on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Okay. got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Quick, 280. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
One of the true legends of pro football, it's Jim Brown. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Wilson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Back him up, back him up.
Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Beckham, the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Jackson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now it's Jackson. Buying time, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Shazier. What a sensational effort. That's going to be a loss of 20. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He finds his target, Beckham. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass complete to Jim Brown. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Alert, alert, alert. Got it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
From the gun, it's Wilson. There's the 8-time Pro Bowler Marvin Harrison. It's a pickup of 6. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Check 99.
Hey, 0.
On 1st down, it's Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. 49. Check 49. Good. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Watch the shift. No pass. Watch the shift. Good.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the curl. Kill. One left. Check. Shift. Got it. Right there. 54 Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch twist. Hey, 0. 10. Check 3. Front left. Slam. Check. Lucky.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jason Sehorn.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Harrison, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check safety. Watch twist.
A run here with Brown. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wilson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Whip. Slow down. Hey. Go. Mike 5-4. Man, I got you. Easy.
And here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
We can't be stopped.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He may try and run for this. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mean Joe Green gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Hey, 0-0-0. Hey, 0-0-0. Gun. Alert.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
Check 50.
On 1st down, Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Got it. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Check, cross.
Here's Brown. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check. Slam. Check 50. Check out 4 down.
They'll try and run for it with Sayers. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Herman Moore is the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brown. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Now Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
14. Left. Check 4. Go. Shoot. Quick dance. Come. Alert.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Golden. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Ready, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. 55.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
You got him.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen.
Oh, no, he lost the football. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.